How's it going, everybody? And let's move on over now to part 91. Just coming across so much stuff. Uh, She blinded me with science, Thomas Dolby. The she, divine feminine, science is, what they're all about. And the science of what? The science of, the ghost in the machine, so to speak. Potentially. It's got 588 subscribers. This Thomas Dolby. 58.8K. There's our May 8th with our 88. April 15th, 2009. April 15th, 2009. I just didn't do it, did I? Okay. April 15th, 2009. Maybe it just wasn't much to it. 34 murder. We are going to see some 34s today because something else popped up with 34. So maybe, no, it was 83, 83. It was a double 83. We're gonna get a lot of murder ciphers today. And maybe if I take us to that, let's just key in the murder. The red rum. MURDER. 79 in simple gematria, also known as English ordinal. Reduction is 34. Reverse is 83. Reverse reduction is 38. In the Jewish Hebrew, it's 399. 79 times 6, which is the Sumerian, before 74. No, there's your 47. So anyway, let's get on with it. Should be a good one. Well, there's Meryl Streep right there. Meryl Streep, June 22nd, 1949. 28,188. We don't need to say any more. There's more stuff there. It don't matter. That's good enough for Ms. Devil Wears Prada. Spider-Man 3? Did I pop that up there? No. I just had personal things popped up here. All right, let's keep going. The Smashing Pumpkins, 1979 is the name of the song. 79 is Murder. August 2nd, 2011. 55 is Satan. So it's 5504. We've been forgetting about that. We've been seeing a lot of 55s. And there's your 825 coded perfectly. 180 months, 25 days. So you get 8025. 86 is in the weeks. She blinded me with science. October 25th, 1982. What did we like about it? I'm not seeing a whole lot there. 38 begins the hours. There's nothing much to it. And then there, I did bring up the date. I did have it prepped, the video. All right. Now I want to get into The Nanny when Trump was on there. It was called The Rosie Show. This all goes back to Trump's fake fight with Rosie O'Donnell. Of course, they were fine doing this TV show, but we remember Trump and Rosie had a little spat. All the world's a stage. So Trump, as you can see, was on this Rosie show. Here he is right there. Donald Trump is Donald Trump, right next to Rosie O'Donnell. Guess what? Season 4, Episode 4. 404 is the amount of verses in Revelation. Just a coincidence. It's October 9th, 1996. When you run that to our event day, 58 is in the months, and you have 2, 9/11, or the 116, the backwards upside down 9/11. Well, that's pretty convenient. 58, like we said, is in the months, but 58 for May 8th is also in the weeks. So is 55 Satan, which, again, we're just now dialing that back in. 55's been in a ton of videos, but I just didn't even think that 55 is Satan. I think 55 is Satan in the simple gematria, if I'm not mistaken. But okay there. 888 is also in the hours. 121, 1969. What was that about? I don't remember. Must have been a personal cipher. Trading Places got 86 in URL. We've already looked at it once. Lions for Lambs. Well, Satan, Roaring Lion. Meryl Streep. Of course, it came out on 88, November 8th, 007 year. November 8th, November 9th. November 8th to our rising day, 6867. 68 is his name, Donald J. Trump, in the same cipher as Antichrist reverse reduction. We've been over that 1,000 times. And if you run it to the 9th, it's 6866. Remember, that's the Trump Tower. That's the, forgot about that. I can hit you with these commercials. So that's the Trump Tower penthouse, the 66 to the 68th floor, when it's only a 58-story building for May 8th. So, but they're giving you the 86, the 66 book of the Bible, his name with Antichrist 68. It's all there. By the way, this all bounces off Rising Day. Robert Redford, October 18th, 1936. And then his alleged death, September 16th, 2025. His born on date, are you ready for this? 32,879 murder on the murder day. And if you run it to the rising day, Robert Redford, Sundance Film Festival, Donnie Darko, Sundance, 32,881. 88 is coded. So it's all perfect. It's got 79. It's got the 88. It's perfect. His death, 11 months, 9 days, 49 perfect weeks, which is his name in the same cipher as the Antichrist, but this time it's in reduction gematria. The 68 is in reverse reduction. Both the 49 and the 68 are Donald J. Trump and also Antichrist. That's why Spurrier played for the 49ers in 1968. He's the first king of Mystery Babylon, as he is what? The first of the 7 or the 8. The 8th is of the 7 kings of Mystery Babylon, as Florida is Devil's Advocate University. Next up. So we did finally do Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was fascinating. 74,074. Remember, 474 was what? It was murder. We just now saw that. I haven't been using that at all. Look at this Wonder Woman. 11/7 for Rising, February 16th, which is 216, 6 times 6 times 6, James Bond's card tag. And then September 11th, 79. So look at all the different ciphers for Wonder Woman. You're not going to believe it. There's your 55 for Satan, and there's your 185, which is Donald John Trump. I think that is in simple gematria. But yeah, that's kicking it. That's killing it. The 216 date, 18087. That's my full name, 1887. But of course, you got the 88. If you include both dates, it turns into 18088, which we're allowed to include both dates, but I'm already fascinated enough just with that. 83 murder is in the weeks, plus our date of 258, the 25th of August. Wonder Woman baked right in there, where the days are 1887. Another Wonder Woman date, 86 on 86ing day, 48 years, 11 months, 3 days, 11/3 is coded. And when you run this to the rising day, it's a palindrome, 17871. Well, what do you know? And the final Wonder Woman, 9/11, 1979. I don't know. It's gigantic on the personal ciphers. I can't seem to take my eyes off of it. 45 is in the weeks, but that's nothing. All right, the sum of all fears. Well, it will be the sum of all fears when you're living in the Bible in real time when that Antichrist gets his right eye wound. And you know that it is now the time appointed. For us in the know, there's just no telling. Now, it's got a death and rising, May 29th and May 31st. Those are 3 days apart, or 2 days apart, rising on the third day. 68 is in the million of the budget. 68. His name, Antichrist. Sum of all fears. 8852. Biggest personal cipher I could ever give you. But of course, the 88 is there also. The 88 is there. So is the 85, the May 8th. How most countries write that date. Include both dates, you get your 226, 2 months, 26 days. And the other date, well, we got 348 in the weeks. That was probably there on the other one too, wasn't it? So there is a bat dog, a bat hound. That bat hound is named Ace the Bat Hound. Batman number 92. It says July 29th, 2022 was in DC Comics Super Pets. So I ran that date. 2-hour event day. 148 fused with 88. 148 is Donald J. Trump and Simple Gematria. 88 is Trump and Simple Gematria. We call that a what? Direct smash hit. 357 begins the hours, which is total verses in the book of Daniel. One of the only of 2 end times gospels, Daniel and Revelation. One of these nights, June 10th, 1975, 187 on our 187 date. Well, what in the world are the chances of that? I was born on day 187, and on Rising Day, it'll be 18706. My birthday's 7/6. So maybe that's the day they kill me on Rising Day. 6/14 is the months. Phantom of the Opera. October 9th, 1986. 2-hour Rising Day, 145.68. It's 9/11 and 119. You're watching this on your smart TV, so you can see all this fine print. Then it had a long Phantom of the Opera. This one, another one here, 145.79, 39 years, 11 months. 9/11 is coded. 79 is in the months also. Ooh, that's on Rising Day, so it would be 478 and some change. Anyway, that's on Rising Day. It's a death and rising ritual, yes. Phantom of the Opera release date. So it was October 9th, 1986. We looked at that. The novel, silent film Lon Chaney. Yeah, we need to do all these. September 23rd, 1909. September 23rd, 1909. One 116 years, 11 months. Backwards, upside down 9/11, or upside down 9/11. 11.7% of a common year, 0.0000 following it. Wow. That's a death and rising. All right, next, Phantom of the Opera, September 6, 1925. Lots of September, huh? Well, there's your 68. Include both dates, you get your 79 with it. 121 Antichrist. 88 begins the hours. Include both dates, you get 3, 6, 8, 7, 9. 79 murder. 68 is his name, same cipher as Antichrist. 68 is also in the weeks. Wow. Our last Phantom of the October 9th, 1986. Broadway debut. That was the one I was looking for. January 26, 1988. January 26, 1988. $149 Antichrist is coded 14091. 38 years, 6 months. Yeah, that's big deal right there, man. Big deal. Stage musical, October 9th, 1986. I think we already looked at that. I mean, that was the first, I think that was the one I had pulled up. Yeah. Ooh, 399% of a common year. 399 is murder in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria. So the film, December 22nd, 2004. '79 murder on our murder date. 7,916. 21 years, 8 months, 3 days. 83 is coded. I told y'all we got some 83s in here. Where are they at? Must be down here, huh? 28 days later, November 1st, 2002. 11:03 in the minute. So it's Death and Rising. November 1st, November 3rd. 8 million budget, but 82.8 million. Remember, 828 is Donald Trump in the Sumerian or English gematria, which is 6 times English ordinal. 138 times 6 is 828. And 28 days later, ooh, it's got 289 in the URL, which 289th prime number is 1879. It's probably one of the biggest numerical ciphers there is. And you run that date, the 11/1/2002 date, to our 8016 day, and there it is, 8698. And you run it to our rising day, you get a perfect 8700. 285 Fulton Street, the address of One World Trade Tower. It's 28526, which is the year. Also 23 years, 9 months. 239 is Rising Day. This thing's popping all over the place. And there was a movie called 28 Days. Remember the 28 in Donnie Darko? 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. So we definitely wanted to take a look at that. All the 28 movies, and it's April 6th, April 14th. 6/14 is Trump's birthday, so it's April 6th, April 14th. 6/14 is Trump's birthday, so they coded that into both of them. The April 14th, it's nothing. I guess I didn't have 2 dates brought up. Danny Werfel, the first He Is Man winner under Spurrier, or the only He Is Man winner under Spurrier. The second He Is Man, May 27th, 1974, 19083. Well, there's an 83 for murder. Mark Zuckerman was the one Donald Trump was supposed to be with in The Devil's Advocate, when she said probably with Morton Zuckerman. Did we already do this yesterday, January 4th, 1937? No. Include both dates, 3298. Oh, that's to Trump. So Mort to Trump is 9 years, 11 days, 9/11 coded. What are the chances of that? That they mentioned in The Devil's Advocate that Trump's probably with Mort Zuckerman or whatever his name is, and he is a 9/11 to him. What are the chances of that? Kurt Cobain, February 20th, 1967, April 5th, 1994. If we run that to our event day, 2/17/36. Remember, Tower 2, Tower 1, Tower 7, and there it is, coded perfectly. I'm going to run him to his event day, April 5th, 94. $9906. I just want to see if they coded 825. Oh, they sure did. So remember, 825 is day 237, and 237 begins the hours. 237744. Wow. They sure did code his event. 27 years, 1 month, 16 days, backwards, upside down, 9/11, 1 month, 116, which they gave us in Back to the Future. There's the 83 that I was telling you about. So Kurt Cobain's death, 11/8/30. The hours are 283. The months are 388. Remember, 38 is death, 38 is murder, and 88 is his name. So there's the 83 with Kurt Cobain. I want to look at Notre Dame, November 26th, 1842, 183 years ago. My Groundhog Day event of 2009. 2009 is coded perfectly. 2009 billion endowment. 88 is there with the undergrads. South Bend, Indiana. So November 26, 1842. This was the 83s and the 83s I was telling you about. 183 years, 8 months, 30 days. So 83 again. 8 months, 30 days, 83 once again. On Rising Day, you do have 7-Eleven. If you run it to Rising Day, oh, 58 is in the weeks also for May 8th. Also, the 67,000. Remember, this era, the 67 meme is all about us going from the 6th era of the Antichrist, or excuse me, the 7 kings of Mystery Babylon, the 6th king over to the 7th king, and the 7th king of Mystery Babylon is the Antichrist. And there's an 8th. The 8th is of the 7. That's the twins that they're talking about there. So South Bend then to the Rising Day, of course, 7-Eleven, the 67. The 58 is still there. But yeah, man. Part 91, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Part 91? Yeah, part 91. All right, love y'all.